Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Sunday, the 5th of December 2021. In Thailand, that's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day if you are in Thailand and a father. And if not, never mind, just enjoy the day anyway. If you must have had a father at some point, right? So, if you're not a father yourself, well, happy birthday to your father. Happy birthday, sorry, happy Father's Day, I meant to say. Sorry, I'm going all over the place. We should get on with our entirely random lottery. That is the Observer Sudoku in a moment, because on a Sunday, The Guardian does not print, or is not printed, maybe I should say. Let's mention something in the news before we get on with the game. I noticed that in Honduras, they are about to install their first female president. Her name is Xiomara Castro, and congratulations to her. And she looks like she's got a great idea, I think. She is going to ask the UN to help eradicate some of the corruption that is endemic in Honduras. And a country of 10 million people, 60% of whom are in poverty. And but this is a great idea to ask for international help in drafting laws and removing corruption, because clearly governments won't remove their own corruption, will they? I mean, I just wish that this could be a widespread thing, and there was some kind of international body that all countries could sign up to. The peoples of those countries could try to encourage governments to sign up to, and that an international body could examine laws, because it's not in just small countries or countries that you expect, countries like when people say, oh yeah, of course, Russia is really only controlled by Putin, it's democratic in name only. But I mean, the way that the Republicans have been gerrymandering in the US, and this is not a new thing as well. And in fact, all parties tend to gerrymander if they get the chance. But there has to be a proper neutral way of, finding borders, but of removing corruption. This is a really difficult thing in countries where corruption is endemic, and there are many. There are many countries where simply just to go about your daily life, you have to pay some kind of tea money or whatever, and it's a terrible thing, and it really hurts the poor, and of course it gives an advantage to the rich, and needs to be dealt with. So good luck to Honduras and Xiomara Castro, and I hope she does good things there. Interesting name, huh? I'm not sure if she's any relation to the other one, the well-known, rather more well-known one. Right, shall we get on with our game? Have you never played Sudoku before? I have no idea, because this could be easy or medium or difficult. You will have a much better idea than me at this stage in time, because I will have put the title up on the screen. But for me right now, having not played the game, not even having looked at the grid until right now, I don't know if it's easy, medium, or difficult, or expert. Any of those could occur, actually, with the Observer Sudoku. They have in the past. We have rows with 9 squares across, columns with 9 squares down, and we have these outlined blocks. And what we do is fit numbers 1 to 9 in each of them. That's it. That's all the rules you need to understand. So, for example, this 7 blocks down this column here, because it cannot reappear again. So if we look at this section down here, this outlined sector here, 7 blocks down here, 7 blocks down here. So in this 3x3 box, there is only one area left, or one square left, sorry, I should say, where 7 can go. So we know immediately that is the 7. If you've never played Sudoku before, don't worry, you don't have to start looking for other numbers. It's guaranteed to be a 7, because if it is a valid Sudoku, there should only be one solution to the puzzle. Got it? Okay. Right, that's all done now then. Now, what else do we need to do? That's our first number. I'm not sure if you can hear that bird behind me in the background. It's not behind me, it's actually in front of me, but behind the camera. It often comes to sing when I'm playing Sudoku. It seems to be a... I'm not sure if it thinks it's helping, but I can tell it's not really. It's just annoying me. Oh, okay, where's all the easy ones? They must be here somewhere. I've seen several pair possibilities, but... Okay, this 5 says that this can't be a 5, this square can't be a 5 because 5 can only appear once in its block, right? So no 5 here. This 5 says this square can't be 5, and this 5 says this square can't be 5. So in this column, which needs a 5, the 5 has to be there. This game might turn out to be quite tricky, actually. I'm not sure. I have a feeling, though, it's not a kind of super easy game, because I would have probably half finished it by now. So I suspect that it might be trickier than a lot of the games that we've had on here. I think the last couple of weeks have been pretty easy, so maybe it's time for a tough one from them. In fact, it does look like that, I must admit. The more I look at it, the more it's shaping up to be a rather tougher proposition. There we go. This 5 stops this square from being a 5. This 5 stops these 3 squares from being a 5. I'm looking at this, focusing on this column here. So this square can't be a 5. These 3 can't be a 5 because of this. Or if you prefer, blocking here, blocking here, blocking here. It doesn't matter. Same meat, different gravy. The 5 goes there. Now, this 2 blocks down here, so 2 will have to appear in one of these 2 squares, so we'll block up here. So 2 blocking up here, 2 blocking up here, it's going to be this. Or you could just say 2 blocks these 3 squares, that leaves that square there. It doesn't matter which way you look at it, the answer is the same, and you often find this in Sudoku, that you can get the numbers in more than one way, and in fact several ways very often. 2 across here, 2 across here, 2 up here. That's going to put a 2 in that square there. And that's also why I'm very pleased to get channel viewers put their own solutions up, especially those who play without pencil marks and things like that. I think it's great to have several alternatives and ways of finding numbers and ways of looking at things. It's excellent. Thank you again to those people who take the time to put up their own solutions here. Right, let's investigate what's missing here. So missing numbers are 3, 6, 7. We've got a 6 here, a 7 here, with no information about the 3. So 3, 6, and 7. So that means the missing numbers here are 1, 8, and 9. We've got a 1 here and a 9 here. No information about the 8. 1, 8, 9 here. Is that going to do anything for us up there? So 1 is going to be down here. The 8 is going to be here or here. The 9 is going to be... there we go. Yep, got it now. Okay, so 9 blocks across here, 9 blocks across here, and 9 is one of these 3 squares, right? So that means 9 has got to be there. let's look at that again. 189. Anything else? 189. So the ones then are down here, meaning 1 has got to be this square or okay, so great. So if you think about this, 1 blocks down this column here, so 1 is in one of these two squares. In other words, this square cannot be a 1. Okay, this square blocks this square from being a 1, and this square this one up here blocks this square from being 1. So no, no, and sorry, and no here. So in this row, that's the only possibility of placing a 1. And now 1 blocking up here, 1 across here, that's going to put a 1 in that square there. This 8 blocks across these two squares now, putting an 8 here. 5 stops this square from being a 5, so 5 goes here and 6 goes there. Missing numbers down here are 2 and 4, so the 2 blocks this square here, so 2 goes there, 4 goes there. 4 blocks this square, 4 blocks across here, so 4 is there. Three missing numbers here are 2, 3, and 8. We have 1, we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, so 2, 3, and 8 are the missing numbers. And look here, there's a 2 saying, sorry, no 2 allowed here, and there's a 3 saying, no 3. So if it's not 2 and it's not 3, it's got to be 8. So that's the third number of that little trio. Now this 2 stops this square from being a 2, so the 2 goes here and the 3 goes here. It's not. I think I've changed my mind. I don't think it's going to be a tough game after all. I was wondering if it might be a difficult game, but I'm getting the sense that it might not be that difficult. But of course, this can be entirely wrong, because Sudoku can lead you into a false sense of security, and when you think, oh, it's so easy, you're left with, say, 8 or 10 missing numbers and a huge logic puzzle to solve, and that's the type we like, actually. Those are the most beautiful games. Right, what else is going on here? I'm just looking at this row here. 1, 2, 6, 7 are the missing numbers. 1 and 7 blocking here. 2 and 6 blocking here. 2. No, it's 9. Anyway, as soon as I make a comment about a difficulty level, I suddenly slow down. That often happens. If you watch this channel, you'll find it's a kind of pattern that as soon as I comment on the game being easier than I thought, suddenly I have to start thinking about it. You'd think I'd learn my lesson, wouldn't you? There we go. This column here does not yet have a 5. We have an intersecting 5 here, an intersecting 5 here, and another one there. So that's where the 5 goes now, and now 5 blocking across here, and up here. So that's a 5 we can place there. Oh, well, I'm glad it's not a kind of super easy game. I'm enjoying thinking about it. Haven't put in any pencil marks yet. I'm probably getting to that point quite soon. But I don't know if it will necessarily or not, but I may be. Anyway, 6 blocking up here, 6 across here. So that's a 6 to place there. Now, we know that 6 must be one of these 3 numbers here, right? Because we don't have a 6 in this column yet. Missing numbers were 3, 6, and 7, right? We've got 1, 2, there's no 3, 4, 5, there's no 6 or 7, 8, 9, yes. So 3, 6, and 7. In fact, I could have done that ages ago. Look, I've just realized there's 7s were here from the beginning, so 7s had to be there all the time. The 6 blocks across here. Now, I was about to say 6 in the middle. That was the one that I'd seen, but I just noticed the 7 as well. So 6 blocks here, and the 3 goes there. Where to look. I'm sure that this is a very easy game, actually. I'm just not looking in the right place. I'm pretty sure that's how it is right now. Okay. I think I'm going to put this game at a medium level, actually. Unless it turns out to be, a much harder logic puzzle at the end. But based on the thinking that I've had to do so far, I think it's not an easy level game. I think it's a medium level game at minimum, and we'll see whether it shapes up to be anything worse than that. When I say worse, I mean trickier, of course. I don't mean worse in a bad way. I mean worse in a logic needed way. Okay, so now we've got 5 blocking across here, 5 blocking across here, and 5 down here. So that's a 5 there. Okay, I'm gonna. It's time to move this game forward because otherwise the video will be interminably long, and you'll be desperate to find out the answer if you haven't got it yourself. If you're a beginner or something and looking for the solution, I shall now start to apply pencil marks to finish the game off. Otherwise, I'm going to be here all day. I'm not one of those people who can manage to solve lots of games without pencil marks, so I shall get on with it. Now, the ones I'm going to put in, which I think are quite interesting, are these two blocking down here and two blocking down here. So we have a pair of twos there. We have 8 blocking across here and 8 blocking across here and 8 blocking across here. So we have a pair of 8s in that column there as well. What else? Let's do these over here for now. So missing number 1 blocks across here, 8 blocks across the middle, and 9 blocks across the top here. Down here, what do we know? 1 block's down here, so 1 is like that. Across here, 1 block's down here, 1 block's down here, 1 is like that. 2 blocks down here and 2 blocks across here, so 2 is in one of those 2 squares. Kind of matches up with this down here. 3 blocks across here and across here, so 3 is a pair in those squares there. Three blocks across here and across here, so 3 is a pair down there. Four blocks across here, 4 blocks across here, and 4 blocks down here, so 4 is a pair there. 4 blocks up here, so 4 is a pair in those squares there. 4 blocks up here, so 4 is in one of those 2 squares. Five looks to be done, actually. I think 5 is a complete digit, isn't it? Now 6 blocks across here and down here, so a pair of 6s like that. Right, not much else. And 7 blocks across here and 7 blocks up here, so 7 in those squares. Eight I can place, damn, I missed it. 8 blocking across here, 8 blocking across here, that's an 8. Now I'm overwriting a 6, so that's a 6. Now I'm overwriting a 2, so that's a 2. I'm overwriting a 4, that's a 4, and then that's a 1. Yeehaw. And of course the missing number for this block is a 7 then. Okay, so that changed the game enormously, didn't it? That's now 7 up there as the last number to fill in. So just finding that 8 has changed the game a lot. I think I missed it because I wasn't really doing the game, playing the game in a proper fashion, of methodical fashion. Let's put it like that. Not following the numbers around 1, 2, 3 and going through all of them. So I missed some things. That's my excuse. I apologize. Missing number across here looks to be a 6. Let's put it in. Right, not much more to do now, I think. Missing numbers in this column are 3 and 6. Is that right? Okay, so we have an intersecting 6 here. So the 6 goes there and the 3 goes there. Still think I'm not going to modify my view that it's a medium level puzzle though. 3 blocks this square here, so 3 is in one of these squares, so that's going to be 3, and this has got to be a 9, which is the last number that we need. This is a 3 down here, so we just need a 9 to finish that. 9 blocks down here, that's got to be a 9 there. This now has to be a 9, that's our 1, that's our 8. 1 blocks that square, so 1 is here. 8 is the last number that we need, either for this column or for this row or for this block, whichever way you want to look at it. What's left to do now? This 2 blocks this 2, this square from being a 2, so 2 goes here. 1 number to get across here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't have a 7 yet, so 7 goes there. That's going to mean 7 blocking up here, 7 blocking that square. So 7 is there, 4 has got to go there. We have a 2, we should be looking for a 3 now to finish that column, and a 1 to finish that block, or this row, whichever way you want to look at it. 3 and 6 both block this square here, so the missing numbers in these 3 squares are 3, 6 and 8. So if it can't be 3, it can't be 6, it's got to be 8. So then this will have to be an 8. 1 number left to get across here, 1, 2, 3. We don't have a 4 yet, so let's put in the 4, and 1 number to get here now is a 9. This 4 means that this has to be a 4. 3 is the last number to get there. This can't be a 3, so 3 goes there, and looks to be a 6 to finish today's observer puzzle. I enjoyed that. It made me think. I'm not sure if it made me think because it's a Sunday morning, but I have had breakfast. That's not an excuse. Anyway, I did enjoy playing that, and I think it's not quite an easy. I'm going to give it a medium level because it made me fill in some candidates and it made me think about things, and so a nice game, good game, as Bruce Forsyth used to say if you are from the UK and old enough to remember him. And I'll see you again later on in the day, hopefully for some more Sudoku of a harder level than this. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.